All right, everybody, got another review. This one is menu number 15, beef enchilada. And yeah, I actually had to look at that. Looking at this, I do not see any date codes. In fact, looks like quality control had an issue because they cut the bottom of the bag off kind of crazy. And no date code down here. So this will be kind of like a mystery what year this is. So let's crack this thing open. Alright, we'll test my luck with the peelable seals. For some reason, I've been having a rough time with these things lately. I just can't get the right... here we go. Just can't seem to get the right pressure on these things. I don't know why. Some interesting goodies in here. And looking for a date code on here. Looks like a 2006. What is that? The 24th day of 2006. So it's probably used sometime. Well, it's not used. It's going to be used in 2016, but issued in 2006. It's refried beans, and some molasses cookies. This will be the first time that I will get to sample molasses cookies. Some of my favorite cheese spread with jalapenos. Accessory packet. We'll take a look at this in a second. Type 2 Fortification D lemon lime powder. Of course, the spoon. Picante sauce. I don't recall if I've had this either. That would be something new. Vegetable crackers. I know some guys love these things. I usually have a pretty bad track record with vegetable crackers. Flameless ration heater. Hot beverage bag. And lastly, the beef enchilada and sauce. This was a main that was really highly sought after from what I understand. And why it hasn't lasted the test of time, I do not know. Well, let's get this thing heated up. And before I break into this, there was another thing that I noticed. It's kind of like an IMP. There was a box on one side and a box on the other to try to keep the stuff in the middle from being crushed. We'll see how well that did. I know the IMPs, they usually keep all the innards nice and in relatively good condition. This is accessory packet A, packaged on the 96th day of 2006. TP, moist towelette, some commercially packaged Domino sugar, iodized salt, non-dairy creamer, Taster's Choice coffee, pack of matches, my favorite stuff that they could possibly include in anything, ground red pepper, give it that nice little zip, and of course the MRE gum. Alright, let's get the stuff heated up. So we'll actually stick this inside of here, and we'll just keep this on the outside, the refried beans. Come on, laddie. That's the one thing that I really like about that British ration heater, is it's wider. You know, you can easily get the actual container or food packet inside of the ration heater. And it calls for about 1 ounce of water. And we'll immerse these pads on the back side to make sure that they get activated properly. And again, this is an older ration heater, so we might need to break out that salt. They're all immersed. Starting to hear a little bit of reaction sounds. Fold this over, place our beans on this side. We'll cram it all. Maybe. Then we'll cram it all into the box. And place it on a rocker or something. And seeing how we rarely ever use these in my vids, we'll actually mix up our drink. In this, I just need 12 ounces of water. This is another reason why I like that Canadian beverage bag, because at least it will stand up. These, not so much. Ended up coming up with a solution I could still get inside of this vessel so I could open up the beverage powder. Fortunately, it has a little tear notch on the top. Give that a seal. And shake, rattle, and roll. Almost looks like a sample was just collected, huh? Alright, Sherman's upstairs barking. Let's take a look at the other stuff while we're waiting on the mains and the side to heat up. We have those molasses cookies. Actually in pretty good condition. I'm actually impressed. Not bad for all that time. The vegetable crackers. Oh, got the hiss. And even these look like they are still in one piece. These have the oddest smell. I don't know why it is, what it is. Then of course the cheese spread. And let's give this a knead. And we'll put a little bit of this cheese spread. Well, that's an awfully... I think I've had my first cheese fail since that MCI that I did. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Maybe I should send this to Steve. Maybe he might enjoy it. Then all the goodies we've got in here. We've still got our gum. I will be using the ground pepper. I already had a cup of coffee. I really don't think I need another one. But we'll have the salt on standby if we need it with our beef enchilada. I think the heater's only working kind of halfway, and I don't particularly have a glass because we're running the dishwasher right now, so I'll just use this canteen cup. Again, this is 12 ounces of lemon lime beverage. All right, this stuff is relatively ready. I always try to keep this hot stuff out of my tray, seeing how it's got metal filings and magnesium, and I know you need some of that stuff for a healthy diet, but I don't really know if I want that exactly right on my plate. These are the refried beans, and they're pretty toasty. Come on out. There's still just a little more in there. And the enchilada. give this bag a wipe down so it's a little easier to open. Maybe it's still wet. Opening these things when your hands are wet is always a bloody challenge. Alright. Wow, that smells really good. You see a little bit of bell pepper right there at the get-go. Well, Sherman is just going to town on my lazy boy. If you can hear him back there just scraping away, getting comfortable. Man, buddy, lay down. You'll be alright. Because I want it the way I want it. That's just how it's going to be. Okay. Let's give this a try. Just right on its own. It's that beef enchilada. Wow, that's pretty nice. Now, I know a lot of times I will kind of give you the basic gist of ingredients, what's inside of that. But look at that unbelievably complicated ingredients list. I really don't know what they think about when they make this stuff. I mean, corn ground up into flour, mixed with some beef and a nice sauce, red sauce on top with some bell pepper. That's how it would be like in the real world. Here we've got hydrochloride. Oh my God, just all kinds of thiamine, mononitrate. You know. See if we can get some of the beef on the inside. It has a very nice taste. It doesn't have an aftertaste. It's not very spicy, so I think this would go well with most palates. Here's a little bit of the beef. It really reminds me a lot of like a Chef Boyardee type ravioli. Alright, not too much, just a little bit. I think last time I used this, I got a little carried away. Ooh, come on, let's come on out of there. God bless. Alright, well you can see an ample amount, but hardly anything that came out of the actual package. Let's try that. With all that ground red pepper. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Alright, now it's starting to hit the tongue. That's what we're talking about right there. That nice little heat and that burn. Now the picante sauce. We already have a really nice, pleasant red sauce on here. But I would suppose that if you needed more liquid for your beef enchilada, this would do the trick. It looks pretty similar to what we have existing on here. If it will come out. It's just a little darker. Most picante sauce that I use is a little more red, but that could just be age. We'll try the picante sauce with the ground red pepper. I have to say the picante sauce actually almost detracts away from the heat. So, because I had a pile of red pepper here and I didn't even really taste it with that. Let's try the refried beans. Yeah, they're really nice. They're really relatively light. Has a really good contrast. You can taste the pinto beans. Let's just try everything together. Kind of how it's supposed to be done in the first place. You get that creaminess of the beans going over and that nice mild taste with a little bit of the red sauce, and you taste the beef in there. It really blends well together. Now ordinarily I would put some of this cheese spread on here, but seeing how it doesn't look like it has survived the test of time too well, and even it doesn't pass the sniff test either, that is going to, and it's almost a crime because it looks like this little back edge right here is still, I just touched it, is still a little yellow. We will just try the cracker on its own. Yep, those still taste good. They have a kind of a funky smell, but they still taste good. I still got that cheese in my nose. We'll try to get it out of there, wash it down with a little bit of this lemon lime drink. Very, very, very sweet. I think I'd almost prefer mine with more water than they recommend. I know it said 12 ounces. I'd probably be better off with about 16, just so I can get a hint of that flavor being carried over. Well, let me gun dog this up just a little bit, and we'll see how it tastes with a little bit of texture in there as well. So this is ground red pepper, the pecani sauce, a little bit of the red sauce, some cracker. What the heck, we'll grab a little bit of the refried beans too. Yep, you get all those textures joined together. That is really good. Now one of the molasses cookies has just a slight sweet smell to it. This definitely has a whole different flavor than the rest of this stuff. This stuff all has its own palate, and then you get this, and it kind of throws you a curveball. It'd almost be better if these were like sugar cookies, you know, just lightly dusted sugar cookies or shortbreads, something like that. I think would have went better. And I know you guys are going to say, well, just taste the cheese. Oh man. All right, just a little bit. All right, full disclosure, it does not actually taste bad. It just looks like hell, and it smells. It doesn't smell very well. But if you had to, you could definitely eat it. Okay, everybody, this was a review of menu number 15, Beef Enchilada. Thank you, Joseph, for sending this in. This is one of his footlogger treasures from when he was in the military. And I just noticed on there's K-Men from MREinfo.com. So I really enjoyed this. I'm looking forward to snacking on this through the rest of the week. And I will see you all for the next review. Bye.